We are back with the Brighton career mode here on FC24, and to start off this episode, we're going to go ahead and take a look at the Premier League standings. We are currently sitting in 6th place, as you can see, 11 wins, 6 draws, and 4 losses through 21 games so far this season, so having a pretty good year, but you know what, we're not having quite as good of a year as we want. We definitely want to finish in that top 4 range so that we can get Champions League football for next year, and so that we can continue this career mode for as long as we possibly can. But of course, we're going to have a tough road ahead of us. The top 4 teams, top 5 teams are all very, very good, and all having very good seasons themselves, and a couple of teams behind us are still having pretty good seasons as well too, so it's going to be a tough road ahead. And in this episode in particular, we are going to get through the entire month of February. We are now just past the January transfer window. If you didn't catch the last episode, go ahead and check that one out. We brought in Alejandro Garnacho, we brought in Evan and Dick in the episode before that, and we brought in Joe Bellingham. That was our January transfer window. A lot of great players, a lot of great names, but now it's time to get into the final stretch of the season. We are going to play all 6 games in the month of February. We're not going to play all of them, but we are going to get through the entire month of February. We will at least be playing the away game against Newcastle and the away game against Chelsea, and then the other 4 games we'll kind of figure out where we're going to go from there. We're definitely going to play the first game, the first leg of the UECL as well, so more than likely we're going to sim Everton, and then we'll play West Ham more than likely, and then we'll sim the second leg of the UECL depending on how well we play in the first leg, I guess. So we're going to get through the entire month of February, so let's go ahead and get into it. We need to advance forward. Got a game here in a few days against Newcastle. And this Newcastle team we just beat in the last episode on the 31st. Beat them 3-1 in the FA Cup, after they beat us 3-1 in the Carabao Cup in the last month in December as well. So got a little bit of revenge on them. Both teams are going to want to win this game, but of course we are playing away at their stadium, so it's going to be even tougher with that news. But let's go ahead and fix up the lineup. We are going to rock Garnacho out on that left side, even though he is a little bit tired. I would rather him be in the game than not be in the game. We're going to get Ndeka in the defense as well. Correa stayed with us. He did ask for a transfer, or put in a transfer request, but he ended up staying with the squad, which we love to see. We're going to give Smith Rowe the captaincy for this game, actually. He is, you know, obviously our highest rated player now. He's getting up there in age, not up there, but 25 or so years old now, so I think he's good enough to be our captain. This is the lineup that Newcastle are going to be rocking with in this game. We've always had trouble with Newcastle. Very, very similar lineup to the game to the lineup they put out last game, so let's go ahead and get into it, and let's try to get it dub. Had to change a couple more things around. We got Fernandez in the midfield instead of Andy Diop. We are going to keep playing Diaz. He's been playing pretty well this season. We're also going to make sure João Pedro's on the bench for this game, but I just wanted to go ahead and show you guys that before we get into this game. But we need 3 points here. Andre Santos pushing down this left side, getting past Correa. Correa tracking back nicely. Harvey Barnes going all the way back to the defense. Bruno G with an acrobatic pass on the edge of the box to Tonali. Tonali takes a shot. Verbruggen doesn't even have to make... Oh, he does have to make the save on that one, so it is going to be a corner. They're going to swing this one in. We're going to try to clear it away with Garnacho, and we do. Alexander Isak on a breakaway. Ndeka getting in front of him. Ndeka getting the challenge in. He's going to be quite the defender for us, I can already tell. Getson Fernandez out here to Garnacho. Garnacho, I don't like our options there. We're going to turn around here. Find Benjamin Sesko. He's going to go with his left foot. Nick Pope makes the save, but Smith Rowe gets the deflection into the back of the net and is there to clean up that mess that Nick Pope left in the middle of the box. 27 minutes gone, a 1-0 lead, thanks to Emil Smith Rowe. Great passing. Oh, Alexander Isak. Almost able to find the back of the net there. Verbruggen, though, makes a nice save. Very, very good save there by Verbruggen. They have a corner. They're going to swing this one in. Garnacho is able to get up to that one and head it away momentarily. They end up on the end of it, though. Isak now pushing forward. Evan and Ndeka there. Got to find a way to clear that one better. We do eventually get it cleared away, though, and we are now on a counterattack. Neto has the pace to get around a lot of defenders. We're going to push that one inside. Sesko ends up with it. I don't like that pass, but that's how it goes. Isak in the middle of the box. Oh, we don't have to worry about a shot from him, but we have to worry about a shot from Almiron there. We were able to get it away momentarily. Verbruggen does make that save. We're lucky to have Verbruggen. He has turned out to be quite the goalkeeper for us over the past 3 seasons. And I'm glad we have him. Garnacho making a tackle in on Almiron over here. The referee did blow his whistle, though. That will be halftime. We do take this 1-0 lead in the second half. So now we just need to hold on to it or maybe find another one. An excellent pass from Almiron to Livramento. Livramento, not too worried about him shooting. That one's going to go wide of the post. Diamande with a mistake. Takefusa Kubo goes for the shot. Maybe should have dropped that one off to one of his teammates. Bruno G now on the edge of the box finds Tonali. Tonali's probably been their best player today. He hasn't affected the game too much. We foul Almiron right on the edge of the box, and Tonali's going to have that free kick there. We need to get someone on this near post. As you know, free kicks for AIs are damn near impossible to stop, but when they roll it together, or roll it to them like that, it's a little bit easier. All day pushing down this left side, doesn't have a lot of options yet. Passes it back to Harvey Barnes. Neto gets back well. Kirkes finds a run down here from Fernandez. Fernandez, oh, that was a very slow turn. But Garnacho is going to win that ball back. We find Smith Rowe, who finds Pedro Neto. I wanted them to shoot that with his left foot. That's going to go out for a corner, though. Nick Pope does make the save. We're going to swing this one in with Neto. Looking towards the back post for Indica, but Nick Pope comes out and grabs that one. We do get a free kick here in a fairly dangerous area. Garnacho is going to be swinging this one in, looking towards the back post. Smith Rowe was the one that was going to be in on the end of that one, but unfortunately, they cleared away. Neto able to get around the right back. I see someone at the back post. That's Getson Fernandez. Oh, man. That could have easily been our second goal. 72 minutes gone. We have a corner. But before the corner takes place, we are going to make a double sell. Smith Rowe and Garnacho off. Both of them just a little bit too tired for my liking. And Pedro and Jamie Bino Gittins on for them. Hopefully they're going to make a difference in this game. We're going to swing this one in with Fernandez. Looking for Benjamin Sesko in the middle of the box. It's a great cross. Unable to find him. We do end up with it with Diamande, who finds Bino Gittins. Not a great shot. Kubo with a pass inside to Tammy Abraham. And he finds the back of the net. An excellent shot from him. Verbruggen, I think, had moved to his near post just a little bit. I don't know if we'll be able to see it on the replay or not. But yeah, a little bit too far to that near post. And this game is level at 1. Getson Fernandez looking for a pass through. Bino Gittins almost able to get there. We're keeping the pressure on, but unable to win that one back. Benjamin Sesko on the edge of the box. Able to find a pass over here to Neto. Neto takes a touch inside. We didn't get advantage for that foul in the edge of the box on Sesko, and he wins it back, but turns it over. João Pedro winning that ball in midfield. We're going to push forward here. I see the run from Kirkes, and a terrible pass. Sees them on the counterattack. Alexander Isak looking forward now. Anthony Gordon out here on this left side. We're pushing over to him, trying to clear this one away, and we are getting it away. And we could have one final counterattack. Jamie Bino Gittins finds Sesko. Sesko finds Diaz. Diaz over here to Pedro Neto, who's going to take a touch inside. Finds Sesko. We just can't find a winner. Still a few more minutes of added time. We're going to win that one over Isak. Getson Fernandez inside to João Pedro. João Pedro takes a turn. Gets around the defender. And can't find the back of the net. And I think this game is going to end in a 1-1 draw. The final 6 or 7 minutes of that game were absolutely incredible. Lots of back and forth, but we just couldn't find a winner, and we really needed to. That result is going to see us stay in 6th place for sure. Our goal difference is only 8 goals. Defense, you know, could be better, could be worse. We're still going to be 3 points behind Newcastle, which is slightly annoying, of course, but that's just how it's going to go. Emile Smith Rowe wasn't happy we took him off. I can understand that. I think he was just a little bit too tired. But we do now have a game here against Everton 3 days later. We're going to go ahead and get some subs into the game. Garnacho's not going to be able to play. Diamande will come off. We'll get Lewis Dunk in, and we'll get... I want to start Barco. I want to make sure to get him a lot of game time. I think this is the lineup we're going to go with. We're going to leave Mercier on the in the reserves. Going to keep Verbruggen in. I still want to win this game, and we need to put out as good of a team as we can, really. But we are going to simulate this game against Everton. This is the lineup they're going to be putting out there. Dele Alli's still here. Vermeeren's still here. Garner's still here. Lots of good players for their team, for sure. They are only having 21 points so far this season, so that's why we're going to sim it. We are going to do the simulated match thing, and I'll show you guys any highlights that pop up. Oh, 41 minutes gone. We almost had the ball in the back of the net there with João Pedro. There has been very, very few chances in this game. We get a corner there, and it gets cleared away. That's going to be the end of the first half. We have 3 shots, they have 0, so not a bad game going on here, but we're going to go ahead and get into the second half. We need to find a winner. If we have to jump in towards the end of the game, we might, but if not, you know what, we'll just keep simming. Damn, João Pedro almost got one to go in the back of the net there. Again, we have most of the possession in this game. We are definitely dominating the game just overall, but we just can't find one in the back of the net. I mean, seriously, throughout this game, we have absolutely dominated. There has been everything going our way except for the fact that we haven't scored. 75 plus minutes gone now. We might need to jump into this one. João Pedro is going to find Andy Diop, and Andy Diop is going to find the back of the net. 80 minutes gone. We find the first goal of the game. We need to hold on for 10 minutes. 3 points against Everton is a must. They are closer to the bottom half of the table, or closer to the bottom, relegation zone of the table. So we only need to hold on for 5 more minutes here. And this is absolutely perfect. Andy Diop pushing forward again, loses possession of the ball. This is not an ideal scenario. 90 minutes gone. They're pushing forward. This will be the last action of the game. Correa gets a tackle in. They find a cross in, and Lewis Dunk deals with it. 90 minutes gone now. 80th minute goal from Andy Diop gives us a 1-0 win over Everton and gives us a massive 3 points for the league standings. As you can see after that game, we are now only 1 point behind Newcastle in 5th place. We're still 2 points behind Chelsea, and they have a game in hand, but we are in a much better standing. And of course, with this game coming up against Chelsea, we have a chance to find ourselves into the top 4. We just need to find a win here. Chelsea is a team that we have not had very good luck with in this career mode in general, but we have won a couple of games against them, so we need to find a way to win this one. And this is the lineup that Chelsea are going to be going with for this game. They got Fofana up top and Nkunku behind him, and Nkunku is the player I'm worried about most from this team. And a pretty solid defense behind them as well, with Robert Sanchez, of course, a former Brighton man, in goal. And then this is the lineup we're going to be going with, as strong as of a lineup as we can put out. Instead of Diaz in this game, we're going to go with Diop since he scored in the game against Everton. And we are going to go ahead and get into this game. Garnacho looking inside. Ooh, Disasi makes a good interception there. Andy Diop, I didn't like where he was at there. Tried to get a pass to him. It was deflected away. Robert Sanchez is in a dangerous area there, but does clear it away. Smith Rowe out here to Neto. Neto making an excellent run. I see someone towards the back post. That's Garnacho. Garnacho, ooh, is able to get his head to it, but I cannot find the back of the net. But a good run of play there for us 12 minutes into this game. Jota pushing forward down this left side. Chelsea pushing forward nicely. A pass that could have been intercepted by Neto if he was a little bit quicker. Inside to Nkunku. Diop gets a tackle in. Garnacho able to win the ball and able to get it away. Smith Rowe inside to Garnacho. Garnacho, ooh, an excellent tackle or interception there by Disasi. Finds a pass out here to Madueke. Indica is going to be able to keep him from moving forward too much, but they are still moving forward. Reece James now moving forward, and Indica again getting a tackle in. Benjamin Sesko has a runner out here. It is going to be Alejandro Garnacho. He is pushing forward nicely. We're going to look for a pass inside to Sesko. Oh, wow. Malang Sarr able to get a deflection in, and Robert Sanchez able to collect. Getson Fernandez looking over the top for Sesko. Sesko inside to Smith Rowe. Deflection. Andy Diop looking over here for Garnacho. Garnacho. Smith Rowe. Sesko. What was that? That is one of the worst misses I have ever seen in any FIFA game for a player that I was using. I mean, that was insane. Basically an open net to the left side. And Sesko shoots it with his left foot and completely slices it out of play. Wow. I didn't really like our options there. I decided to shoot it. Robert Sanchez playing with fire yet again, but does get it away. Neto able to get a tackle in, though, over there. Garnacho going to lay this one off to Smith Rowe, and Smith Rowe is going to find the back of the net. That time, playing it out from the back did not work out well for them. And we end up with a 1-goal lead, even though we should now technically be up by 2, but we won't talk about it. As long as we win the game, we're not going to worry about Sesko's miss. Wow, what a pass from Nkunku. Reece James over here, going to find a pass inside to Fofana. We're able to get back there. Reece James, though, back inside to Fofana, and we're able to get a tackle in again with Diamande. We need to just clear that one away. Another tackle, though, another deflection, and this time we are actually away. Getson Fernandez from the edge of the box, though. Sesko ends up with it. Smith Rowe. Smith Rowe finds the back of the net. 1 minute of added time, and we take it and score in it, and that is going to be a 2-goal lead heading into half, thanks to Emile Smith Rowe with a brace. Getson Fernandez keeping up with it, staying with the ball, finding Smith Rowe. Smith Rowe definitely has Sesko in the middle of the box. And Nkunku all the way through our defense. Verbruggen, doesn't have to make a save. What a powerful shot that goes off of the crossbar, kind of off the crossbar and the post. All right, 74 minutes gone now. 3-man sub. Benjamin Sesko's coming off because, I mean, what a what a game he has had. We're going to get Bino Gittins on outside, out on the left for Garnacho. We're going to get Baleba in midfield for Andy Diop. Well, Chelsea turned it over in midfield. They have little to no urgency at all in this game right now. They're playing very sloppy. Neto cutting back inside, finds Fernandez. Fernandez finds Baleba. Don't like our options there either. We're going to get past the defenders and try to cross it in. But a terrible cross. And we're going to have a free kick for some reason on the edge of the box. Very, very dangerous area here. We're going to try to send this one in directly over the wall, right over the middle of the wall. Free kick here. Dangerous area. Not a bad effort. Oh, man. I got to see a replay on that because I could not tell what happened. We're just going to go ahead and play this and let it go through. Off the crossbar and into the keeper's hand. Does go out for a corner. Pretty much 90 minutes gone now. We don't have to really worry about giving up 2 goals. But it would have been nice to have a third right there. Chelsea just content to try to play it out from the back, but our pressure was just too much for them to move forward. 94 minutes gone. That is going to be the end of the game. Referee blows the whistle for full time, and we get a win on the road. And we get, again, a massive 3 points, and we find ourselves into 4th place. Top 4, 1 point ahead of Newcastle and 1 point ahead of Chelsea. Newcastle drew their game against Liverpool, I believe. Yeah, it was a 0-0 draw. So everybody dropped points that day, which is exactly what we want to see. But up next, no Premier League game. We finally have our first game in the UECL. We're still going to try to win this competition, obviously, but we want to make sure that we get a lot of rotation in. And one player we're going to get in for this game is Joe Bellingham in that cam position. He has not played yet, so we're going to make sure he gets some game time. We're going to get Baleba out here as well as Diaz in midfield. And we are going to change our entire back line, but you know what? That's a pretty solid back line, especially for UECL. This is definitely a good enough team to win this game, so let's go ahead and get into it. This is the lineup that Viborg are going to be going with in this game. I'm not sure where Viborg are from. I'm not familiar with them at all. I'm actually going to look that up here in just a second. But I don't know any of their players really either, so can't really speak too much about it, but you saw the lineup we're going to go with, so let's go ahead and get into this game. And it looks like Viborg are aside from Denmark in the Danish league. I would have known, or would have never known, so the more you know. We find Job Bellingham, oh man, right after the start of the game. Nearly found the back of the net there, but not a good effort. Carlos Baleba on the edge of the box, going for a shot, not a bad effort. Very, very good shot there. 7 minutes gone. As long as we can find the back of the net early in this game, I have a feeling we could win by several goals, so we're going to continue to try for that, but João Pedro sends that one over the bar. Who finds Fabricio Diaz. We're going to cut that one back again inside to Lenny Jansen, and Lenny Jansen finds the back of the net. Our 19-year-old former Youth Academy prospect sends us 1 goal ahead here in the Europa Conference League. Don't like our options just yet. We're going to find Job yet again. Don't like our options with him either. We're going to cut this one back to João Pedro. Go across to Baleba. Baleba is going to find Job, who's going to try to find that near post. Almost again. 3rd try of the game for Joe Bellingham. Bino Gittins finding a pass back out here to Joe Bellingham, who's going to look inside for Fabricio Diaz. And Joe Bellingham may not be able to get a goal early on in this game, but he will be able to get an assist for our 2nd goal of the game. João Pedro finding the run out here from Lenny Jansen. Lenny Jansen going to cut this one inside. Look for a pass to Joe Bellingham, who's going to go across goal. Still cannot find the back of the net with him. Well, they're pushing forward now. Their left winger has been able to knock Tariq Lamptey off of playing defense on him. They are going to find the back of the net here right before halftime. So only a 1-goal lead means that all the trash talk that I've been talking here in this first half is now null and void. And the referee is going to blow his whistle there for halftime. So we only take a 1-goal lead into the second half here. So, you know, although we could probably have scored maybe 5 or 6 goals by this point. I'm not sure what our expected goals is going to be actually. 3.5, 10 shots. So, yeah, I mean, 63% possession, all of those statistics as well. I mean, we definitely should be winning this game by more. And we shouldn't have allowed a goal, but that's where we're at. Job with a tackle in midfield finds a pass over here to João Pedro, who's going to wait and find Bino Gittins, who's going to find the back of the net. 2 minutes after time starts, 3-1. Let's go ahead and turn it up real quick, and let's win this game by 4 or 5 goals. We're going to wait for the run of Bino Gittins, who is going to try to find the back of the net. Good save there from the keeper. 53 minutes gone. If we get another goal here in the next 5 minutes, I will probably just go ahead and jump to the sim for the rest of this game. We do not find a goal there. Joe Bellingham on the edge of the box. I'm surprised he didn't get called for a handball there. We now have Lenny Jansen, who's going to find Fabricio Diaz. Oh, very terrible turn there. Renato is going to send Thomas on a run. Lewis Dunk is the only man able to get back. We're going to try to put some pressure on him. He does. He finds the back of the net. Lewis Dunk could not muscle that man off the ball, and Mercier allows a goal in between his legs. This game is 3-2, so Viborg are not out of it yet. João Pedro making a nice turn there on the edge of the box. We're going to try to pass this from back inside to Fabricio Diaz. One thing they are doing well is containing us momentarily. Fabricio Diaz does get a shot off there. Still can't find the back of the net. I mean, we should easily have 5 or 6 goals here in this game, but we are just unable to score at this point, and they're honestly playing pretty good defense in the second half. And now they're pushing forward on the edge of the box. I mean, they are this close to leveling this game at 3. There is, I mean, no excuse for that, really. Even though we're playing, you know, what you would call our second team, I guess, there is just absolutely no reason they should even be in this game. And yet, here we are. Lenny Jansen pushing forward is going to find João Pedro. And João Pedro is going to find the back of the net. We take a 4-2 lead now, 88 minutes gone. We are, you know, going to win this game. I never really had too much doubt that we were going to win the game, but the fact that we have a second leg in this competition, in this fixture, is just very annoying to the fact that we gave up 2 goals here. And now 90 minutes are fully gone now, only 2 minutes of added time. We are just going to go ahead and waste the added time. We're not even going to try to push forward. There's really no point. We weren't going to score anyways. All right, so a 4-2 win against Viborg. Definitely a great result. Obviously, we should have had a much better result than that. Let's look at the match facts before we go. I mean, that's just insane. 5.7 expected goals is crazy. And now just 3 days later, a game against West Ham in the Premier League, which is perfectly fine. We're going to be able to get our starting 11 back into this game, our full starting 11. That's one of the best things I love about this squad is the fact that we have, you know, a full 11 that we can switch in and out at a moment's notice. Andy Diop has now grown to an 80 overall. Fernandez up to an 83. That's absolutely incredible to see. West Ham going with what I would assume to be their strongest lineup. Very, very formidable front four. Very, very formidable defense and midfield as well. Serginho Dest, a player that we thought about bringing into right back, playing for them. So let's go ahead and get into it. 3 points here. I mean, every Premier League game is massive, obviously, but 3 points here, again, could be very, very big for us. Wilson on the edge of the box, taking a shot. Some good passing and good play so far in the first 5 minutes for West Ham. They are able to get a shot on goal. Luckily for us, no goal for them just yet. Evan Ndicka with a terrible clearance. Verbruggen able to collect that one off of the header from Pavlovic, I believe is who that was, but Andy Diop wins the ball in a dangerous area. Smith Rowe pushing forward here, going for a shot at the near post. Meslier able to make the save. Meslier, also a player that we thought about bringing in for a long time in this career mode at goalie, if we ever decided to get rid of course, Verbruggen. We do have a free kick here. Probably not a great place to shoot it from, but we are going to go ahead and shoot it and just try to get in the back of the net. You know what I mean? Oh, not a bad effort. Throw in here, Getson Fernandez. Still just going across the field. Find Smith Rowe. Oh, we can't find the back of the net. What a save from Meslier. Garnacho across to Fernandez. Fernandez to Sesko. Sesko finds the back of the net. Been a long time coming for him. We do not even want to try to begin to talk about that Chelsea game earlier in the episode, but we find one in the back of the net. 25 minutes gone. Jared Bowen pushing down this right side. Got past Kirkes over there at the left back position. They're getting a shot away there, but we are able to block it away. Thierry Correa trying to get a tackle in. Fornals does get around him, though. Wilson going for a cross. Ndicka. What an incredible header that was to clear it away. Smith Rowe out here to Correa. Correa looking for a cross into Sesko. Not a bad effort. Andy Diop wins that header. Garnacho making a run now. We're going to try to find that back post. It's going to be cleared away, though. Garnacho here on the edge of the box. We are going to wait for this run from Kirkes. Kirkes pushing forward now very nicely. Able to get around the defenders. Smith Rowe. 2-0 lead again right before halftime. Serginho Dest pushing down this right side, getting a cross in. Diamande going to deal with that one, clear it away. I will say our first 11 players that we put out are much, much better and much easier to use than our second 11 that we used in the game against Viborg. They are just very slow and clunky a lot of the times, and this 11 just feel very smooth. Smith Rowe could easily send Pedro Neto on a run here. We kind of do. Not the greatest of passes, and we aren't able to get the ball? Question mark? Neto ends up getting the ball back. Smith Rowe into Šeško. Oh, and we are 3-0 ahead after 54 minutes. We are dismantling West Ham here at home. Šeško on the edge of the box, going for a shot with his left foot. Much better shot than the ones we saw earlier in the episode. We do have a corner here now. 69 minutes gone, I believe. We're going to swing this one in with Neto. This may be the last action of the game that we see. Šeško heads that one, but it is going to go over the bar. But we are going to go ahead and jump into the sim. 3-0 ahead with 20 minutes left. Might as well just sim to the end of the game. So that's what we're going to do. And we win 4-0. Andy Diouf scores one in the 81st minute. A 4-0 win over West Ham in the league. And now just one game left in this episode. We have had a pretty freaking good episode. Winning 4-0, winning 2-0, winning 1-0 in the league, winning 4-2 in the Conference League, drawing the game against Newcastle. Not the worst result against a team of that caliber, but now just a Viborg game left to play. We're going to go ahead and play this one, at least for a little bit. We might end up simulating this one depending on how bad it gets, but we are going to go with our rotated 11 again and see how well they perform this game. So let's go ahead and get into it. Lebo wins that ball in midfield. Jansen is going to find João Pedro. I thought Bino Gittins was going to keep running there, but we turn it over yet again. Diaz now on the edge of the box, waiting for Lamptey to make that run. Lamptey does make the run, but it will be deflected out for a corner. We're going to go ahead and send this one in. I'm actually going to look towards the edge of the box, more for... I couldn't tell exactly who that was, but Igor's going to end up with it. He's going to find a pass down here, all the way down to the bottom of Lenny Jansen, who takes a shot from a pretty impossible angle, and that one's going to be cleared away. Job inside to Fabricio. Fabricio not liking his options there. Jansen ends up with it. Bino Gittins. Wow, this keeper is keeping them in this game right now. João Pedro, though, inside now to Job. And Job is going to find the back of the net. Finally, for his first goal for the club, we take a 5-2 lead on aggregate, which is more than enough, but we'll go ahead and keep playing until the end of the first half. I mean, honestly, what a finish from Job here. He does find the back of the net off of the crossbar, or not the crossbar, but off of that left post. Pretty good finish there from the young man, and hopefully we'll continue to see more from him. Getting assist in the last game, getting a goal in this game, so he's playing pretty well. It's not going to be cleared away too far, though. They have it on the edge of the box. They do find one of their players, but we do end up with it eventually. And we do win a free kick here in a fairly dangerous area yet again. We're going to look towards that back post. Lenny Jansen going to swing this one in. Not exactly towards the back post. Lewis Dunk gets his head to it. Quite the header that was, but it will be out for a goal kick. Lenny Jansen making moves in midfield. He is going to find a pass through here to Job. And Job, ooh, yet again, not finding the back of the net. Another turnover kind of in midfield. Fabricio Diaz pushing forward now. João Pedro going to look for an option inside at some point. Gets sort of tackled there. Job passes that one out to Jansen. He's going to make a move inside. Lenny Jansen going to go for a shot. That one's right at the keeper. That's going to be the last action of the game for us. We are going to go ahead and simulate this one to the end. I mean, again, we were just absolutely dominating them. We should have more goals yet again, but we just don't. But 5-2 lead on aggregate. I just don't really see them coming back. I mean, obviously the sim is going to be a little bit different maybe than the actual game, but their team is just absolutely abysmal. They turn it over almost every time they get the ball. We bring in Smith Rowe in the 60th minute, and he comes on and immediately scores in the 60th minute. We retain 70% possession in this game, and we, of course, get the win as well, which is obviously important. 6-2 on aggregate over Viborg, which means we move on past the preliminary rounds into the next round of the competition. We're going to go ahead and advance a few days to March 1st now, our game against Arsenal on that day, and we're going to go ahead and skip through these emails. We have some matches rescheduled, so we are through to the next round of the UECL. Leonardo da Costa, our generational talent in the youth academy, still not 16 years old, but now up to a 71 overall. His attributes are actually looking pretty freaking good now, so very excited to get him into the team at some point. Hopefully, hopefully we finish top 4 so that we continue this career mode and so that we can see him next season. But that's going to be it for this episode. What we can do is go ahead and look at the calendar, see who our next matchup is. And it's going to be Sevilla, which is a much, much tougher matchup than Viborg, of course. Sevilla are a very, very good team, and they're known for winning European competitions for sure. Obviously the Europa League most of the time, but they could easily win the UECL with how good their team is usually. So that's going to do it for today's episode. I want to thank you guys for watching. Please be sure to like the video. Please be sure to hit that subscribe button. Why don't you go ahead and hit that like button for the fact that we're officially in top 4, I believe, for maybe the second time this season. But hopefully we're going to stay there this time. But we got 2 teams right on our tail in Newcastle and Chelsea sitting on 48 points. Pretty much the top 6 has kind of broken away from the rest of the table. 7th place Leeds only have 40 points. So pretty much, more than likely we're going to finish top 6, but obviously that's not what we want. We want top 4. We have to get top 4 so that we can get Champions League football next year. But nonetheless, that's going to wrap it up for today's episode. Thank you guys for watching. I'll catch you guys next time. Peace.